Welcome to VersionU TV. I am so excited. This is my first episode. VersionU TV is all about you guys being able to see me strive to be the best version of myself, and I hope that I inspire you guys to do the same as you guys watch me on my journey. So on this episode, as you guys can see from the title, I am going to be telling you guys why I resigned my candidacy from the Miss Prairie A&M University Scholarship Pageant. So to make it all make sense, I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning of the process when it was time to fill out an application. So very quickly, at the time, I was a finance major with a minor in financial planning. I was so gung-ho on, I'm going to be a financial advisor, I'm going to be a financial planner, and I'm going to be managing people's money, and I'm going to do this entrepreneur route. Like, I just knew I was going to do that. Fast forward a little bit forward, Corona all happened, which was fine. Like, we did our virtual or social media campaigns or whatever, which is a fun experience as well. Like, everything was cool up until there, like all the practices, like the campaign being virtual and all that stuff like that. Everything was cool. Like, I had fun. And if y'all want a video on my, like, a more detailed experience on my journey to becoming or being a candidate in the Miss Prairie pageant, we can do another video on that another time, up until the point where I resigned, of course. So anyway, yeah, everything is going so smooth. And then summer came along, so the pageant's been pushed back, like, till school starts again. So, like, everything is kind of on hold, and we're doing other things to, like, kind of just prepare and learn more about what we need to know in the case that we become Miss Prairie, right? So that summer, I do an externship, which is all about financial planning and being like a financial advisor. So I was like, boom, this is perfect. Like, I'm finna figure out, like, if I really like this, if this is for me, right? So I'm doing it. And I'm doing it. And mind you, it's a lot of work. Like, of course, it's virtual. So it's like a lot of videos. It's homework assignments. It's panels. It's people talking. It's networking. It was a lot going on, like a lot. It's different softwares they was giving us access to use that we may use if we're ever financial planners or advisors in the future, right? Great experience for anyone who wants to do that. But I learned very quickly that I do not. At least I don't want to do that within the first 5 years of my career. So I just wanted, I think, something more stable, but we can talk more about that in another video. Yeah, so slowly I just stopped doing, like, the homework assignments because I was really lost. It was a lot. Like, also the externship was for current financial planners and advisors as well, and students as well. So, like, they were like, oh, reach out to planners and advisors and ask them questions, stuff like that. It was like, you had to be dedicated. It was a lot. So long story short, yeah, I stopped doing the, like, assignments, the homework assignments, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to stress myself out, like, feeling like I have so much to worry about. Let me just listen to the videos of the people that are currently advisors and planners to, see what they're saying, to see if this is really what I want to do and not let the work discourage me just yet, right? So then, mind you, I'm working during the summer, I'm doing the externship, and eventually my virtual internship at JP Chase started. So when that started, and I was, like, getting off of work virtually and having to go do the externship, I was like, oh yeah, I really can't do this. And it really wasn't interesting me. Like, things that don't interest me, like, I just let it go. So I just stopped doing it. I felt bad. Like, I was really trying to push through and get to the other sections. Like, oh, this may not be a section that interests me, but this may, so let me keep pushing. But I couldn't keep pushing, so I just stopped doing it all. So mind you, when that happened, I had to drop my minor in financial planning because it was like, why am I going to have this minor in financial planning and that's not what I want to do? So therefore, that led me to, or that set me to graduate a semester early. That's a problem because you have to serve as Miss Prairie for the full year. So then I was like, well, if I'm going to graduate a semester early, Corona's happening. They were like waiving the fee to get into, like, grad school and stuff like that. I was like, I'm going to just knock out my master's real quick. Like, I'm going to just get a head start on it a semester early and knock that out. I asked, like, hey, is it okay if I'm a grad student, if I get selected to be Miss Prairie? It wasn't. So I was kind of in a sticky situation. I was like, well, dang, like, what do I do? So at that point, I was just like, well, if I win, I'll just go pick up a minor in, like, entrepreneurship or just something like economics, or like try to just take some class. Like, I'll just try to figure out a way to still excuse me, still be in school so that if I'm selected, I can serve as Miss Prairie, right? So then boom, I'm going through my internship. I'm talking to people like, you know, how do y'all feel about like other minors and like going to grad school? You know, before I had asked them if I could do that and they told me no. Just trying to figure out like what I can be doing to fill that extra semester. So after obtaining knowledge from them, I felt that going to grad school wouldn't be what was best for me in my career right now, just so that I could like get more experience and then really understand what I want to get my master's in and like get what specialization, what concentration I want to get a master's in, rather than just going to get it to be like I got 2 degrees, you know what I'm saying? So that happened. And so like while that was happening, I was just still trying to figure out like, was I still gonna go to grad school? Was I gonna just get a minor? Keeping in mind that, you know, if I wanted to be Miss Prairie, if selected, I needed to be here another semester. So then the internship with JP Morgan ended, and I had to let them know like if I was going to start when the fall semester ended, or if the spring semester ended, I would start then if I were to get an offer. All that happened before I found out if I was going to be selected as Miss Prairie. Before Corona happened, I'm thinking, well, you know, if the results happen, I don't get Miss Prairie, you know, and I want to graduate early, I can, you know, or I found out that I do get selected as Miss Prairie, then I know that I just have to keep the minor. Like, it was just very easy. I would just base my decision off of the results of the pageant. But since the pageant got pushed back to after my internship, and I had all this other insight on like grad school and like getting another minor, like jumpstarting a career and obtaining that experience early, my mind was like all over the place. Like, what do I do? So some of the things I was thinking about is like, okay, if I tell them, all of these are like ifs, mind you, because I don't know if I have an offer, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna win Miss Prairie, so I have to just go with like my gut and what's the best decision for myself. So I'm thinking like, okay, what if I just tell them, you know, if I get an offer, I'll go after the spring semester, and then if I don't win Miss Prairie, then, you know, there's no grad program that I'm trying to go on right now, because I'm not trying to go in grad school right now, and I'm not just trying to take a minor to be at campus if I'm not doing something such as like serving Miss Prairie. Like, I don't have a reason for being here. Plus, like, if I'm Miss Prairie, like, you're on a scholarship. But if I don't win Miss Prairie, I gotta come out of pocket another semester of money, and y'all, I pay for school on my own, you know what I'm saying? So I can't just be paying to take some classes that necessarily I don't know why I'm taking them, you know what I'm saying? So I had to think about that. I had to think about, okay, well, if I tell JP Morgan, like, if I get an offer, I'll come early, but then I haven't competed in the pageant yet, and if I can win in the pageant, then I made a commitment to Prairie to be here for a year. So like, it was all over the place. Some other things that I had to consider when I was making this decision is like, I just really felt bad, because I was like, you know, now that I'm resigning from my candidacy from the pageant, like, I feel like this is a spot that another girl could have had, that her dream was also to become Miss Prairie. But then at the same time, like, I also had to think about, well, what if I'm resigning from the pageant and like, you know, I don't even get an offer? So like, it was a lot to think about, like, when, you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot going on in my head. Like, that's how my head was going, like this. It was all over the place. And that was when I decided, backtrack. How did I miss this? Y'all, back in, it was like once the first week of school or something like that, after my internship ended, you know, everyone's waiting to see if they got an offer. I got the call, ring, ring, ring. Dia, on behalf of JP Morgan, we would like to extend y'all. Go crazy, go stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so worried, you know, if I was going to get this offer. Like, I'm going to talk about that in another video, but like, my college goal was to graduate with a job, okay? Like, I always said, no matter what happens in college, I'm walking across the stage with a full-time job offer, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours, okay? So, I got the offer. And at that moment, you know, I was like, well, I have until XYZ date to decide, you know, to tell them I'm going to accept it, or, you know, ask them if I can come later, you know, figure all this stuff out. So then I just made the decision that I was going to resign my candidacy from the Miss Prairie University Scholarship Pageant. And I cried, y'all. I cried because this is something that I've wanted to do since my sophomore year. As far as like my platform really came about from the programs that I really wanted to put on for the university. So like I had the things that I wanted to do for the university. I just had to kind of take a step back and look at the programs that I wanted to do and be like, okay, what is it that I'm trying to accomplish here at PV? And so, you know, I was really just excited about that. Like, I'm so passionate about my platform and like the programs that I wanted to implement. Hi everybody, my name is Daia Ford. I'm a junior finance major with a minor in personal financial planning, and I'm running to be the next 88th Miss Prairie View A&M University. So, you know, I tell the advisors, and that's when I was crying, y'all. Like, I didn't think I was gonna cry. I thought I was gonna be tough. If y'all know me, I like to be a little tough or rough around the edges. But y'all, I cried. And I don't know why I was, like, I know why I was crying. It was like, Diane, why are you crying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so bittersweet because it's like, you know, you're gonna go work at JP Morgan Chase and jumpstart your career. Like, the opportunities are limitless, but it's like the same time, like, you really wanted the opportunity to serve your university as a queen and just leave a legacy. So it was just really bittersweet. You know, regardless of what happened, it would have been a great opportunity to compete in the pageant or to you know, go after my career. But I just thought that the best decision was for me to go after my career, which is exactly why I'm recording this video today. For YouTube, because it just came to me. Like, I've tried YouTube many times, like too many times, and like, you know, I always had these videos like, I'm gonna do a video about this, or make my channel about like hair and this, and like finally, like, I have exactly what it is that I want my YouTube to be about, which is my platform. Like, how can I care about something so strongly and then like just not share that information? So this is just a great opportunity for me to still be able to share my platform with Prairie View, but with whoever wants to listen in, or like, who knows, it could reach the globe. Like, I don't know who's gonna be watching these videos, but I feel like I have so much to share, and I have so much for you guys learn as I go on this journey of adulting, for people to be able to learn from my mistakes. I also think that there's not enough black females where you can Google black females in business and they're like giving you the real and like talking about their experience, especially going into corporate America. So I just feel like so much is about to happen in my life, and there's so much that I can share where people can learn from, and share with people how I'm gonna go about doing this, like how I'm gonna go about facing each day. And not even just that, I don't know if I shared with y'all, but my offer is in Delaware. Like, I'm moving to a whole nother side of the United States, like on my own. So, like, I have so much to share, so many things I'm gonna learn, so many mistakes I'm gonna make, figuring out my career, because my full-time offer is a 2-year rotational program. So there's just so much in store for me, and I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful. And I think everything just truly happens for a reason, and it's just an amazing opportunity for me to be able to take my platform that I wanted to implement to Prairie View, and God has just blessed me with the opportunity, you know, that although I wasn't able to compete in the pageant, like, you're still able to implement the changes that you want to make on Prairie View through YouTube, and like even further, because I'm going to be able to have more experiences and more learning opportunities where I hope I can inspire other people to be the best version of themselves. So it's honestly just listening to myself tell the story. It's such a beautiful story. It's something that I'll never forget. You know, the part of the pageant that I was able to experience has been beautiful. Shout out to Jada. She's going to do great things for Prairie View and University. I'm excited for all the things that she's going to accomplish. I hope you guys join me on this journey of moving to Delaware, becoming like a true adult. I always say I'm independent, but it's a lot that like I don't know, you know, especially y'all just got to stay tuned, okay? But thank you guys so much for joining me and tuning into this video. If you came to this video for some negative energy, thinking I'm finna have some tea, and then you came here and you found some positivity, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, no, I'm just joking. But yeah, I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for all the exciting things that I have in store. Continue to be the best version of yourself.